Let's calculate the determinant we see on the screen. We can see we have a determinant of a matrix 3 times 3, and we could use Cyrus' rule to calculate the value of this determinant, but we're going to use another method. The steps to follow are the following ones. First, we choose a line or a column to use. To make it easier, we should choose the line or column that counts with more zeros. In our case, we can see that the line with more zeros is this right here, the second one, that has a 0, and the column with more zeros is the second one too, and counts with just 1 0. So, to make this the operation of calculating this determinant easier, we'll choose either the second column or the second line. So, we will use the column. In the second column, we have the following elements that occupies the position. The 2 would be 1, 2. The 0 would be line 2, column 2, and the -1 would be line 3, column 2. So the value of this determinant will be the same as adding each of these values times its cofactor. So this would be 2 times the cofactor of 2. It would be, let's call it A12 plus the 0 times its cofactor, that is A22 plus the -1 times its cofactor, A32. So let's calculate the value of the adjuntos of this one, right here, and the third one. Let's make it down here. So A12 would be -1 raised to the addition of the line plus the column, 1 plus 2. So now the determinant would be this. We have to cross out its line and its column and copy in the determinant, the small one, the other elements, that is the 2 and the 3 and the 1 and the other one. So now we have to calculate this right here. -1 raised to the 3 times 2 times 1 minus 3 times 1, that is 3. So -1 raised to the 3, that is -1 cubed, would be -1. We just write the minus. Oh no, I'm sorry, the -1. And now 2 minus 3 is -1, and -1 times -1 is 1. So A12 is 1, and multiplying, we just have to multiply this by 2. Now we can see where we look for the line or the column with more zeros, because now A22 we don't have to calculate it. It is much easier this way. We just write here the 0, and now plus -1 times the A32. So let's calculate down here the A32, and this would be the same as -1 raised to the line plus the column, that is -1 raised to 3 plus 2, And now the adjunto would be the determinant of the lines that are not crossed out. That is -1, 2, and 1, 1. So this would be the same as -1 raised to the 5th, and the determinant would be -1 times 1 is -1 minus 2 times 1, that is -2. So -1, I'm sorry, raised to the 5th is -1 times -1 minus 2, that is -3, and -1 times -3 is just 3. Let's write it up here, -1 times 3. So let's operate this, and we have 2 times 1, 2, plus 0, we don't write it, plus -1 times 3, that is -3. And now 2 minus 3 is -1, and this would be the result of the determinant asked.